So the Independent National Electoral Commission has now officially commenced the proceedings for the recall of Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan. In an INEC press statement in the public at the moment, they said that consequent or as a follow-up to the letter that the statement they issued yesterday, where they said they halted the proceedings for the recall because a few things were not right. They are now saying that what was not right were the names and signatures, house address, email address of the petitioners, so to speak, and they have received that right now and they'll move on. Of course, you were not expecting anything different. It's not surprising. A lot of us knew what's in the offering. Whether these petitions go through or not, there's one very important statement that the Nigerian political class wants to make, and that is to instill fear on the minds of the people that want to stand against them. Unfortunately, and I'll say this, I've had to take a closer look into Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan. I've had to fall in love with our works for our people. I've seen a lot of videos that detail that. You will even recall that the petitioners didn't mention that she wasn't representing the people well, or that she was failing in providing dividends of democracy as constituency project for our people. They hanged on the fact that she's been suspended, and all of this were scripted. However, this is my humble submission, and I'm saying this to Nigerians who are in politics, who thinks that keeping quiet for 99 times would help their cause. I'm seeing a lot of us. The mistake that some of us are making is to think that this set of politicians that are currently that have captured this country have some level of respect or limits they can go. There's none. There's no limitation to what they can go. So whether you keep quiet for 99 times. So it was Senator, I think Aberibe, I think that's his name, that worked out because he was suggesting, or he moved a motion that Professor Henry Wosu, the former chairman of National Electoral Commission, of course in the very famous June 12, 1993 election, should be immortalized. And he saw the structure of the Nigerian Senate collapse on him, and the motion did not get any effect. It felt like this was good enough, especially with the conversation of healing that we've been discussing, and with the backdrop of the book that IBB released. It was okay to look at a man like that, who in the face of all, there are civilians. We have a civilian government, and we cannot have a Mahmoud Yakubu stand against a civilian government. But for Henry Wosu, all the documentaries till today, he stood against all of the things. He went on to issue statements, and they had interviews to indicate, even if he was fighting against him, he was chairman of the Electoral Commission in a military era. So it was okay for him. It was okay to have immortalized somebody like that, at least to put it, like my friends have always said. A few of my friends, we used to have conversations to say, until we start to institutionalize, immortalize, reward people that through all forms of challenges to their ground, we are accountable, we are responsible, and have integrity, we will not be able to tell people coming that they should do it right. That is the fact. My mentor used to say, what you award, you reward, and what you reward, you repeat. What you award, you reward. What you reward, you repeat. A lot of the people that wants to sacrifice their lives and ensure that they don't compromise on their commitment for integrity and accountability, when they look at how you have treated people ahead, their spirits are dampened. How do you tell an army officer that is facing insurgency or terrorists to fight and put his life on the run or on the roads just so that there's peace in his country? Whereas a military lieutenant colonel who had served in the Nigerian army died and had property in Abuja, that property can be willed to a friend of his some week, and nobody does anything about it. It doesn't matter. We are seeing Bola Ahmed Tinubu immortalizing himself while he's still around and he's still president, naming institutions and framework and structures on his name, whereas there are people that have served this country in various capacity, right? And they even by now, INEC building should have been renamed Henry Wosu. But of course, We have a society where these people do not want to create any. So again, what am I saying this? All of you in the Nigerian Senate, in Nigerian lawmaking, that think that you can escape all of this, except you just have to fall in line. It is now time for you. That's why some of us cannot accept any. So all of you are bringing voice of reasoning to say, what did the woman say? What is our evidence, bro? What evidence have these guys used in impoverishing us in this country? What has been the yardstick for all of the multi-dimensional poverty we are in, with all of the blessings we have as a people? What? How did we get here? And so until we realize that there is no way these guys can, even when they give you food on your table, they have plans to ensure that they close your mouth so you will not eat it. So you will not accept anything they say. All of you politicians, a few of my friends are muscling up, they want to go into it. I say, get into Nigerian political scene now, as it were, is a risk. Because there are structures that will be put in place to make you align, or you just get out. So for Natasha, it's unfortunate. I hope that this, because of the people of Kogi, I would have said, forget about all of this. But before the people of Kogi, they have the right. They have the right, and whatever you guys want to do it. I mean it for sure. Anything you guys want to do legally, constitutionally, to ensure that this petition is stopped, go ahead and do it. Because of course, INEC is going to be doing verification. The processes have been outlined. You can go check that out. The petition has been signed, have been sent, signatures, so INEC will now do verification. After verification as well, and then of course, they are supposed to they go back to the constituency to ensure that they do all of the head counts and all of that, and there'll be a yes and no and all of that. So you guys need to stand up, or else in the face of all of this, a fake Yaya Bello will just go and represent you. And then the maliciously, one person was commenting, hey, Yaya Bello did not contest. You think they are going to give it to the second person or the runners up? An election will be conducted. And of course, the way the system is now, APC have learned not to allow opposition with any strong voice, except you are opposition that is dodo. They can allow you get into the house. Kogi people, it's up to you. It's up to you. And I say that without fear or favor. It's up to you. Of course, if Natasha leaves the house, she'll be a veritable tool for us in 2027 election. That is director of mobilization already. And then, of course, with anger and passion, she's going to deliver. But if you want her to remain in the house, while she's doing everything money possible within her powers to getting the judiciary to stand for her, all those of you from Kogi Central, the ball is in your court. Don't allow this nonsense to stand. Whatever you can do constitutionally and legally, do it and do it. There's a stitch in time says 9. Oh God. These guys will not have conscience. So in 3 days, you'll be shocked. You were so shocked how they got 150,000 votes in 5 days. That is 50,000. And where 50,000 persons are going to vote for an election where the winner, got 52,000. Natasha got about 51,000. They got 250,000 people to vote, to sign that they were recalling. That's to tell you the level of devilishness, wickedness that people operate. Kogi Central people, again, is up to you. It's up to you. It's up to you.